Welcome back to CoveyChase Farm. I appreciate you watching. We've had our first really cold days this year. It is 27 degrees this morning, and I still have the chickens on pasture. So I've been a little bit worried about how they were going to handle it. I have never raised them at this low of a temperature. So hopefully it figures something out. Stick along and let's go take a look at what I've done. Let's see what our latest batch of pasture-raised piglets are doing this morning. Yep, they made them a nest. There's one still buried. Before the cold had hit, I just simply threw a hay bale in there and left it, and they created their own little nest out of it. These guys are about 7-8 weeks old. They're up here in the pig paddock learning about the electric fence and about me, and they'll go to pasture here in a couple weeks. Definitely got cold enough to freeze the water. Morning, Sam. So here's my setup. It'll make a little more sense when I take it off, but this is a rather large tarp that we would normally use to cover hay with. And I folded it up and then I unfolded it down all of my shade covers that I have out here in the field. And I did it right at dark, make sure that they were all up and under it. The wind was coming from this direction last night, so I have this end closed off as well as the front and the back. But I wanted to make sure that they had enough air, so I left this side open for air to get through. You see some of the chickens are starting to venture out. Got a meat thermometer here, and it looks like right now its temperature's coming up around 30 degrees, 31 degrees. But I wanted to put this probe inside here and see if we could get temperature from the inside. Now it's dropped down to 29. As a reminder, there's about 500 chickens out here on pasture. So the idea of moving them to a barn, or rather moving them anywhere, was not very practical. Plus, I really didn't have any room if I did put them in the barn. Not for 3 days. We were having 3 nights of this cold weather. So this was going to be my solution. Let's check the temperature on this side, and this is where it's open. All right, we're up to almost 37 degrees. I'm going to move it to the other side where it's not open. All right, on this end here, I'm up at 44, almost 45 degrees. I definitely could tell when I put my hand in there, it was a lot warmer. I thought maybe it'd be even warmer than that, and it may be more towards the middle where the flock of chickens are grouped together. But absolutely better than the 28, 27, whatever it got down to last night. Sammy, you had a lot of energy this morning. Now for the fun part. Try to roll this up. Another one of those, probably better a 2-person job. Definitely not something you would want to do for a prolonged period, but for a couple nights, I don't think it's too bad. not too bad. Got it rolled up right there. Definitely look faster in the video when I speed it up. Chickens are out. Look like they've made it through the night pretty good. They have absolutely eaten all their feed. So they're ready for feed to come in on them. Right now, again, there's about 500. They're eating about 215 pounds a day at this size and age, which is about 7 weeks. So they eat a lot of feed right now. So I moved the covers one length forward, moved these feeders forward. I haven't put feed in them yet. Those feeders are still where they're at, or where they were. And you see right here, this is where the covers were with a tarp over it. So I got quite a bit of manure load there, which I normally do. We've got one more night of this really cold weather. So I'll take that tarp this evening and I'll roll it back over and close them back in. Another thought I had this week, and somebody suggested, was running heat lamps down the length of the covers and hanging them up. And I thought a lot about that. I have to get electric here, but I could use a generator or several extension cords. The thing I was most concerned with was wherever there was a lamp, you would have a pile of chickens. And I was worried that they would all bunch up under that lamp and then smother. So for several reasons, I didn't go that route. If you've got any questions, leave me a comment below. Maybe there's some other ideas here that would benefit all of us. Hopefully this helps some of y'all raising chickens out here on pasture. As always, I appreciate the support for the farm and appreciate everyone watching. You can find out more about us at CoveyChaseFarm.com. Everyone have a great week.